Hey everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at BGP Deterministic MED. It's a feature that's off by default on Cisco routers, but if you read Cisco's documentation, they tell you that if you're doing a new BGP implementation, you should turn on Deterministic MED. So this video is going to show why, what it might look like if you don't have it turned on, and then we'll go ahead and turn it on and see what it does. So the network here is pretty simple. R5 over here, we're advertising a route in 3 different directions. And all 3 of those are then in turn being advertised to router 1 with different MED values. So let's go ahead and take a look at R1 and see what they look like. Alright, so you can see we have 3 different routes here. We have one from router 4, one from router 2, and one from router 3. Now the interesting part is that the route that we've chosen as best is the one with the metric of 200, which this one has a metric of 150 and this one has a metric of 100. So if we look through the BGP best path algorithm, we can see the local pref is 100 for all 3 of the routes. None of them are locally originated. Next up, we look at AS path. Well, we have 2 ASs here, 2 here, and 2 here. Okay, they're all even. Next up is origin, which is IGP for all 3 of them. And now finally, we take a look at MED. But as you could tell, we didn't choose the one that had the best MED. We actually chose the one that had the worst MED. So why did this happen? Well, according to the BGP best path algorithm, the most recent path is evaluated against the one below it. So the way we list our paths here is that the most recent one is the one on top. So basically we have this route gets compared to this route. Now, as you can see, most things are equal, but they have different AS path information. This one's coming from AS20, this one's coming from AS34. Therefore, MED isn't even considered. We go through all the tiebreakers, and the route from 2 actually is more preferred because it's older. So the same thing happened again here from 2 to 3. The AS path information is different, 20 versus 34. So again, MED isn't even considered. And router 3, even though it has the worst metric, wins because it's the older route. So, in this case, it's like, what's the point of setting MED if the older route is just going to win anyway? Well, that's what deterministic MED is for. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And it's just one simple command. Router BGP 10, BGP Deterministic MED, and now we can already see a difference. So first of all, the route from 2 has been chosen. So let's scroll up, and which obviously is different. But you could tell here that we had 4, 2, 3 was the order. Now we have 2, 4, 3 is the order. So what happened here? Well, what BGP Deterministic MED does is it actually orders the routes, it puts them in groups. So it groups together these 2 routes because they have the same AS path information. Then it has a second group, which is this one, which also has, there's only one route there, but it's because of the AS path information. So basically what it does is these 2 routes are then compared against each other, and the best value wins, which in this case, actually, the route from 4 would win because it has the MED of 100. Then this route gets compared against the best route from the other group. The other group is only one route here, and we compare. Now, because the AS path information is still different, we take the older route, which was the route from 2. If we scroll back up, we see the route from 2 is older than the route from 4. So we're still taking the route from 2, which the MED is 150, so it's better than 200. Still not exactly what we want. In this situation, we can do one more command. BGP Always Compare Med. And what this command does is it always compares the med even if it has a different AS path. So now we can take a look. And sorry, it just took a minute. Now our path from 4, which has a metric of 100, is preferred and best. So basically we're looking at two different commands here. Deterministic MED will group the routes together, compare them, and then take the best of each group and compare them to each other. If your routes are coming from different AS numbers, then obviously the med is still not going to be compared. So in that case, what you should do is turn on Always Compare Med, and then with both commands configured, you will definitely prefer the route with the best metric. So I hope you learned something. Hopefully it was pretty clear. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thanks for watching.